Okay, so I finished Dr. Cha today, and I'm gonna be honest, I did feel like many other reviewers that the ending fell a little flat compared to the amount of drama that was in the rest of the show. But I didn't hate it. Everybody else hated it, mostly because they really wanted her to end up with Dr. Cha and thought, Dr. Roy and Dr. Cha should have ended up together, or that he should have waited for her another 3 years. And I feel like they missed the point and the growth that both of them did in something like that. I felt that Dr. Cha was choosing herself. She wanted to focus on herself and not focus on anybody else. And she was kind of letting Dr. Roy go. And she's like, she wanted the friendship. What she needed the most was the friendship. And she didn't want to ruin that, I think, not being ready for a relationship. And with him choosing to go on to another girl, eventually within 3 years, 3 freaking years, okay? He shown that he is not afraid of a relationship anymore, which I'm sure most people have forgotten by now, but the beginning, he didn't want a relationship or a possibility of marriage at all. Like, having a long-term relationship was something he did not want. And so him identifying that that his parents are the people that raised him, not the people that birthed him, and then deciding to have a relationship with somebody else and like actually treat them as like a long-term relationship was a big deal. It didn't have to be with Dr. Cha. He did his own growth thanks to Dr. Cha. So there's that. I know everybody's upset about the mistress and the daughter having their own amount of, whatever, but they were a significant part of this entire show. Because of them, so much stuff came out. So having their release from everything was good. And I know everybody didn't like having a lot of screen time for the cheater, and as much as I understand that, he was also a big part of the show. Dr. Cha was the main character, but all those people touched her life, and she still cared about all of those people. And so having a final wrap-up with all of those is necessary. What dropped it for me is it just fell flat. I was proud of her for being herself and finding her happiness and stuff like that, but the way they built the entire show and then the last 2 episodes, they kind of just dropped it all, and it was either sad or it was just melancholy, peaceful happiness. It was good, but it wasn't great, and because of the amount of drama, it felt flat. It was a good show. I gave it an 8.5. But I do recommend it for people to watch. It was a good show.